The first thing to do with the cold A-10C is to activate the control display unit in EG with these two large silver flip switches. This ensures that the 4-minute navigation alignment starts the moment the aircraft receives 24-volt APU power. Next, activate the battery switch and the inverter switch. This provides power to the radios, essential avionics, and engine igniters. Next, power the APU. The APU will take a short amount of time to spool and is ready when the APU gauge reads 100. This is used to provide operational electricity for the rest of the flight systems of the A-10 and provide the bleed air necessary to start the engines. While the APU spools, this is a good time to take care of some of the non-electrical tasks. First, arm the ejection seat. This allows you to eject. Next, activate the anti-skid. This works like the anti-lock brakes in your car. Next, uncage the standby attitude indicator by rotating the knob below it. Once the red flag is stowed, adjust the knob until the bar aligns with the artificial horizon. This will provide a reference to the horizon in an emergency situation in IMC flight conditions. By now the APU should be nearing 100%. When it's there, you can activate the APU generator switch. This will provide AC power to all of the aircraft systems, including the aforementioned CDU and EG. It's time to start the engines. We'll start with the left engine. Press right Alt plus Home to move the throttle from the off position to idle. Even without the boost pumps activated, an emergency DC pump can supply the left engine with the fuel needed to start. Note that the engine start cycle light on the annunciator panel is illuminated. With the left engine running, hydraulic pressure will begin to build and allow us to activate the stability augmentation system. This system will provide stability via input dampening and automatically adjust the rudder to coordinate turns. Next, activate the 4 boost pump switches. This will supplant the emergency DC pump for the left engine and allow the right engine to receive fuel. If your right engine refuses to spool all the way up, you probably forgot to activate these switches. Turn on the MFCDs by rotating the knobs on the lower outer corner of each screen. Next, activate the IFC switch by clicking it twice. This will activate the HUD. If IFC test appears, flip the switch again. Activate the JTRS switch. This will connect your A-10 to the data link network with allied aircraft and allow them to see your position on their TAD and share data with you. Activate the KICU. This will provide an interface to the A-10 systems via the MFCDs. If you don't see a blue screen when flipping this, ensure you turned on the knobs under each screen. By now the left engine should be started. Ensure that all front panel gauges are in the green and also verify that the engine cycle start light is extinguished. We're now ready to start the right engine. Press right Control plus Home to move the right throttle from off to idle. The MFCDs will soon display the data cartridge upload program. Here you can load individual system data. Tab will provide nav and navigational data. Dismiss will load the currently loaded weapons into the computer. TGP will make functional the targeting pod. Most of the time, unless rearming, just press the Load All button. The asterisks beside each individual program will disappear while loading and reappear when finished. Next, we'll activate countermeasures. The 4 switches will arm the missile warning system, the jammer pod, radar warning system, and the chaff and flare dispensers. The rotary knob will activate the system. For now, switch to semi-mode. When the engine cycle start light is extinguished, both engines should be operational. We can now switch AC power over from the APU to the engines. Flip the AC generator switches and deactivate the APU generator. Note the mashing caution is normal and will cease when you turn off the APU gen. With the engines running and electricity now being provided by the engines, we can deactivate the APU. If everything has gone well, you should still have all systems and no master cautions. We're almost ready for takeoff. We need to activate the ground collision avoidance system. It's hard to see. It's activated by a flip switch behind the throttles. This will activate the radar altimeter and enhance the plane's ability to warn you of imminent cratering. Now we have to wait for the EG to complete its alignment. Remember, it takes approximately 4 minutes, which is why we start that process first. We will make fun of you if you forget to do this at the start. The time readout must read 4.0.0.8 and the INS nav ready must be flashing for optimal navigation operation. Once these conditions are met, change the EG to navigation mode by clicking the nav button. While waiting, this is a good time to configure for takeoff. Close the canopy with Ctrl plus C. Open your awareness display by selecting TAD on the left MFCD. Set flaps to takeoff position by pressing F once. On the right rear outboard panel, activate your position flashing lights, your formation lights, and the nose illuminator. Activate the master light switch with the pinky switch. This is left Control P on the keyboard by default. Activate the nose wheel steering with the stick pinky switch or the insert key. The EG timer is now at 4.0.0.8 and the INS nav ready is flashing. The system is ready to be switched to navigation mode. Activate the EG navigation by pressing the EG button in front of the stick and arm the infamous EAC switch underneath the throttle. If everything went well, all the lights on the annunciator panel should now be off. You are ready for takeoff.